Hey everybody, what we're going to be tying today is a little fly called the Rollex. It's a good little fly for white bass in the springtime. It also works on delayed harvest trout. So let's get going. Okay, for materials, we're going to have some 6/0 uni thread in tan. The hook is going to be a Dairiki number 700, size 8. You can certainly tie this from a 10 down to about a 6. I'm going to have some lead eyes on it. These happen to be small. The size of the hook, you'll vary that according to the hook size. I'm going to have some Flashaboo gold. Also have some Flashaboo silver. Get you so you can see that. Okay. And some Flashaboo pearl. Okay, let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do, we've got our hook and device already and got the thread on the hook. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the eyes to this thing. These little barbell eyes, and we're just going to tie them closer than what you would think. And we're going to make a couple figure X's here, or figure 8s. Okay. Come across here, and then we're going to go underneath it, just kind of secure them on the hook. Okay, just take your time with this and okay, got it. Now the last thing we're going to do with this is we're going to cheat a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to turn this thing upside down. I'm going to add a little drop of Loctite to that thread base right there. Just attach that down so it'll stay a little better. Okay. Now, what we're going to do next, we're going to just wrap our thread back to the barb of the hook. This is a streamer hook, so it's 4x long, which is going to give you the length you need here. At this point, we're going to tie in the tail. Now, we're going to use the crystal flash for that. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to take a little hank of this stuff out, cut it off your little materials. And I've got like this. So what I'm going to do, you can either just kind of loop it up on the thread, or I just like to just tie it down on top of the hook here, a couple wraps, and then you're just going to wrap back like this. You got your tail in place. Wrap that down 3 or 4 times, and I'm going to go ahead at this stage and just trim that. Now you want your tail to be about the length of the hook. You certainly come back later, that's a little too long. Trim a little more off of that. Get that kind of stroked out a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take a strand of this pearl flash, and we're going to just attach it to the hook here. And what this is going to do for us is just going to make that body itself a little more pearlescent. You certainly don't have to do this. You see this a little bit, how this is kind of just a little extra step, but I kind of like it. Okay, just take your thread back up to behind the hook eyes, or the eyes, and then we're just going to wrap it wrap it right up the hook. Kind of get out of the way of that barb just a little bit. Come back this way. Okay. So let's just use our rotary function here. Come forward just like that, and then just tie it off right here. Trim that. Okay. Now we're going to place our thread behind or in front of the beads, or the bead eyes here. Then we're going to take another little bit of the crystal flash, the silver, and we're just going to take it and we're going to tie in some right in front of those eyes. Yeah, well, tell you what, let's just get a little more out here. We'll get this done. Okay. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to tie this down right here on top of the hook. We're just going to take and wrap this back. And then we're going to take the thread, going to come underneath these eyes. Okay, we're going to come down, just tie it down right here. A couple, 3 wraps, and then we're going to come underneath the eyes and go back in front of the beads. Okay. Then we're going to take this little hank of silver, the flash. Going to take and trim that a little bit past the bend of the hook. Here we go. Okay. Now, got that accomplished. So, what we're going to do next, we're going to trim out anything, or just get it preened to where you want it, like here. And then we're going to come back, so we're back in front of the beads. And we're going to take and we're just going to roll that over in our vise. Okay, I'm going to take some gold flash, and we could use green here. Heck, you could even use blue. Just vary the colors to what you want. And I'm going to take, and we're just going to put this on. Just attach this on underneath side. Okay. Get the length on that the way we want it. Alright. Tie that down a couple times. I'm going to fold it over. Wrap back a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to this bad boy up. There we go. Now, at this stage, you just build a head. Okay, and trim it off. Okay. larger flies like this, I like for the last thing I do is just take a little Sally Hansen's. Next to the last thing, so we're going to preen this thing a little bit. We'll just place it right there on that thread wrap. Make sure our eye is clear. There we go. Good. Now we're going to take and trim out this little excess hootie here. And there you go. Trim it back. Back at the back. There you go. Alright, there you go. The Rolex. Not really a thing of beauty, but let's show you the tail of this thing. Okay. Maybe actually a bit too long. We'll trim that a little bit too. So try it next spring for the white bass, or take it out to delayed harvest and try it there. All right, enjoy.